I tried to build lists alone. I spent almost 5 million naira on Facebook ads that time. It didn't work. I tried so many things on my own, but I just knew that the missing piece right now is to get someone that will bring me into that industry. And I said, I'm not going to disturb him. I just need, that was the only thing I need. Every other thing I can handle myself. So he said, okay, no problem. There are some people, they are just time wasters. They want you to be spoon feeding them. And I said, me, I'm not like that. All I just need is the assurance that you get me in and all that. So he said, no problem now that when he comes to Lagos, we'll see and all that. So he came to Lagos, I think like 4 or 5 days after we sat down, we discussed. I told him about my product ideas and all that. I was like, that's good, or that he didn't even expect me to come up with a good product like this and all that. I said, see, I've been doing my homework. I just know that this is the last part that I need. So he was impressed. And that's also another takeaway. Like when you go to people for help, don't go there being needy. Don't go there like with nothing. Don't go there with nothing and expect them.
Like
they
an
are not your,
evangelist.
they are not your, they have a life. They are not your savior. So you have to do your own part. Like Yoruba man sọ pé ẹlẹ́rù ló máa gbẹ́rù ẹ̀bí tó ti wúwo. So you be the one to carry your load where it's heavy. Then people can do their part for you and all. So he was impressed that the product will work. I said, really, that just this first product that I show you and you say it will work. He said, no problem. I said, all right, I will develop. He said I should go ahead and develop the product. And then once I develop the product, I should show him and all that. I created a doc and all that. He told me what a JV doc is, how to go about it. And then I went ahead. I created the JV doc. I created the product. When the product was ready, I told him about it. We're like, okay, the product is making sense. The next day, he said he's going to connect me with people that will help me launch. I said, really? Like, I didn't expect everything to be that fast and all. And this is someone that I don't know, like we've never met before. That was the first time from Facebook to meeting physically and then him connecting me with these guys. So he later connected me with Tom and Tom Yezikov and Gora Bora. So they are one of the hottest guy on JVZO. So yeah, they launch a lot and all that. So he connected me with them. So it was like he was able to get it's going to be a 3-man launch. Like that. I hope I don't mind. I said my problem is not about, I don't even care if I don't make money from this launch.
Just did the another mindset.
Mine is about breaking into like I've been doing business for years now, so I understand how it works. At times your first break may not be for you to even make money, but just to get that stand. So
a lot of people don't get that.
So I said it's not even about, I don't even care if it's 4-man launch. I just want to launch this thing. I want to get into that marketplace, and that's all I needed. So you could see that I was so hungry. And that's why till today they just look at me and be like, this guy.
No, because I was surprised. Let me just interrupt you a little bit. When I saw the JV guys you got for your first launch, I was super impressed because even I couldn't get it. Me that wrote the package that you used. All right. So the hunger, because they were top notch. And you got them because, like you said, those are not jokers. They probably saw it in your eye that this one is ready to die. It's better to be the one to bring him in, or we're going to lose him. But go on. Go ahead.
So I was like, okay, and that's why I'm giving him credit today, because I know that I'm not a newbie. So whoever that is going to bring me in, trust me, your name will go far, because I'm going to do a lot of crazy stuff in this space, and I'll always refer back to you that yes, this person and all that. So after that, he created a group. We started talking about products and all, products pricing, everything. So we create, like, you don't know how important that book was. Like, it was just a guideline. It was then I knew about what is called contracts, the things I must ask.
Wow,
because one thing I've discovered is that if you don't ask, it's on you.
Oh yeah.
So no, they will act as if they don't, like, it's just
what my story. I mean, you read it in that Logify 360.
Of course. So
no wonder one of my boys, by the way, was telling me that the doctor that this your Logify 360, you are just joking with it. That is finally, and I'm glad that you are saying it yourself. Is
no.
Okay, so you already were ready for all the negotiation.
So I was ready for everything. I was telling them, even I talked about the backend webinar, even when nobody was raising it. I said we'll be having a backend webinar. So I think, for a newbie that they don't expect to know much, I already know everything I need to know about the launch. So everything went on smoothly, like smoothly, because I already know everything I read from your book, your experience with your first launch and all that. So I couldn't make that mistake. So like I said, momentum is so important to me. When something is hot, I start working on it immediately. Why? Immediately, Misan got me those partners. We've not launched, but immediately it got me those partners. I've already started working on my second launch. Immediately, he told me that he has someone that will help me launch this product. I know that, yes, I'm in already. So I started working on the second product. So while I started working on the second product, we launched Omni Engine, and it did good numbers. We did $86,000.
Yes, I saw
Because
that. 86,000 first launch. Yeah.
Yes, $86,000. We did 70, I think 75 on the main product itself, and backend webinar we did extra $15,000. Actually, altogether we did like $86,000 in total. So that was it for me. There was no going back. So immediately we finished with the launch. I started promotion. Like I learned affiliate marketing from Victory Akumi there. A big shout out to Victory.
Yes.
So he taught me affiliate marketing. Yes, everything I know about affiliate marketing, he taught me. So that, like, what I do tell people, don't be angry when you try to reach out to people and they don't get to see you, or they don't give you that attention. It shows you need to work on yourself, because nobody wants to waste their time in this life. If there's nothing they will benefit from you or value from you, then they don't want to spend time with you. So
exactly.
it's not
partner.
Fight. It's just it's not fight. It's just is what it is. So the moment I did that first launch, all the people that were not talking to me, they started talking to me. They would just say, hey, I saw your launch and all that. So, and I remember the main question, like longevity, was it for me in business? I've seen some people that have launched, they did like $200,000 their first launch, and that was the end. They never launched again. I'm not just here to make money, I'm here to make a name for myself. So they are two different things. So I remember I asked him a very direct question. What does it take to stay relevant in this industry? Which he answered me then. And he told me the same thing Precious told him. Like Precious is like the grandfather.
So Precious is that great grandfather. Grandfather. Precious must be great.
Exactly. Yes. So he said this is what his own boss told him. So, and that's what he calls him. And that's one thing people need to know. You need to learn to. There are some people that might be your age mates, or you may even be older than them. But you have to have that respect. The moment you start seeing them as your friend or as someone that you just play around, you might stop learning from them that day. You must always put them at that high esteem and know that, yes, this is my mentor, this is my boss, this is someone. Being boss to someone doesn't mean...
Exactly. A lot of people don't get that. So, yes, a lot of people don't get that. So I'm older than Omar Martin, and he's my boss.
Of course, and I was shocked when you were saying that, because I've read a lot about, even before I got to meet you one-on-one. I've read about you in newspapers, in tabloids, on forums and all that, not knowing that one day I'll meet you.
See, it's a small world, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead.
So he told me then to stay relevant. If you just want to make money, you can be launching and be behind the scene and all that. But to stay relevant, you must have the fire. You must bring in your A game to your athlete, because that's your athlete power is what commands the respect. That's what brings people to you. So that in the long run, you can even start launching on your own. And that was it. I think the way I'm wired is that I don't need too much information to get what I need. I just need simple, precise, direct answers to certain things, and I'm good to go. The problem with people is that they are always overwhelmed with info. They feel they don't know enough, or they feel what they know is not enough.
Thank you.
They never act on those information, and that's why they keep gathering information. And at the end of the day, they will never act on information. So when he told me all those things, I joined the two together. The launching experience from Launchify 360, affiliate marketing, and now I'm in the game. So I started launching. The second launch I did with it, Misan himself and Victory were the one that helped me launch my second product, which was FB Engager.
Okay.
And that one again, I think we did $80-something thousand too.
Wow. Wow.
So that was it for me.
Back to back hit.
So that was it for me. So when even people that are my bosses in the industry, they will launch once in 3 months. Or
I haven't launched in 2 years. I haven't launched in 2 years. I have to get back to the game.
So I went back to my drawing board, which is what I said about my business. Once I create a business, I automate the process and systemize it. Once I systemize it, then I can scale the business. Which is what I've done. Yes. So which is what I've done. Now I know the process of what it takes to build a software, what I need to figure out, what needs to be done. I know how it's going, I need to get it done. And I just automate the process, get my own team. Now, all my softwares are developed in-house.
Wow.
Yes, all my software so far are developed. Aside Omni Engine and FB Engager, which were my first 2 launches, every other software were developed in-house by my own programmers.
Wow. How many programmers do you have now?
Currently now I have 6 programmers.
Wow. Wow.
Yes. 3 work full-time in the office, and I have 3 that work remotely.
Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. Awesome. So, and how many products have you launched so far? Say it again.
40.
40. 40. Are you guys listening to that? Oh my God. I have 11 or 12 and I think I'm king. This guy is talking 40. And he came in after me. Oh my God. Guys, and all it takes, like he said, know what you want. There's several things he said in his answer that I want to highlight for you guys. Don't bank on free launch. Some of you are not making headway right now because you're expecting everything to be free. You organize free training for people and they are still expecting for you to continue to mentor them for free after that. And they are wondering why they are not making it. They even get upset when you don't respond. That's why I've even decided that this year, I'm not doing free training again. It's actually hurting them. Because when you give them all those free training, they get dependent on getting things free. You understand what I'm saying? So when they now need to pay for stuff, they don't want to pay because they're expecting you to give it to them for free, or they go somewhere else. They assume that because the way you have given them something for free, other people will give them for free. And then they get stuck. I get people even get mad at me that, oh yes, after they've done, I do 7-day free training. I call it Fish for Life. 7 days, 5 hours every day for 7 days for free. People are still getting angry. After that, I do it every month. I was doing it every month until October last year when I took a break. Every month, the first week of the month, first 7 days, I will do 7 days of how to make money online, teach them 7 different niches. They still get upset. I put them in the WhatsApp group and they're getting upset that I don't come there to come and answer their questions. These are free guys. Okay? That's what I learned over time, that while you are trying to help people, giving them for free is actually hurting them. It's not helping them. Yeah. It makes them paralyzed. And you heard Seun say it, that when he wants something from you, he doesn't expect you to do it for him for free. So that way he doesn't waste your time. You don't waste his time. Name your prices. Either you can pay it or you can't pay it. That way everybody is working professionally. And I take that away from you. That underscores exactly what I've decided I'm going to do this year. Even my Fish for Life, I've decided it's not going to be free anymore. I will make it a token so that people can at least pay something. So you know, only those who are serious are coming in there. So if you are back at home and you are still expecting everything is going to be free, you're never going to make it. Because when you need that critical help, if you are not paying the person, you think he's going to leave his own work and come and spend it with you. But if you have paid him, now he has an obligation to help you. It's very simple. And I'm surprised many of us out there don't get that. Even when you help them get their stuff together, the little you don't do, they complain because they are used to free. And then you are wondering. So please don't be free addicted. That's one of the things I got from Seun now. Number 2, don't be needy. People don't respect those who are needy. You get into somebody's inbox and you are begging as if you are whatever. You have nothing on the table to offer him. You didn't even say, okay, I need this from you and I'm willing to do this for this.
Exactly.
You have to figure it out. I tell my students now, if you are going to try to get a help from a Seun, like you guys are watching him on TV now, you might say, oh, you want to get into his inbox and come and say, oh, I need some of it. They'll come like that. They'll say, they'll tell you the whole story. I was born poor, my father died, my mother died. I just needed to help me. I'm sure you get those a lot. If you think that's what is going to ginger him, failure, you just heard him himself say it. He could have, at that point, when Seun bought Launchpad 360 for $997, $1,000, he could have called me and say, Oga, Egbon, give me, I will have given it to him. I'm like that. He didn't call me. In fact, he kept saying, where is the buy link? And I was surprised. He kept saying, where is the buy link? I'm like, who is this guy? He could have called me. I knew of him there. He's already at least made some name for himself. He could have gotten it for me for free, but understand the number one principle. If you don't pay for stuff, you don't value it. People don't respect you when you're asking for free. It's different if you already have a relationship. Let's say Seun now, there's no product he has now that I'm going to pay for. I'm going to call him. I want that product and he'll give me. We already have a relationship. If he calls and say, oh God, there's this thing that you are doing or that you are selling that I won't even let him pay because we have gone past that. But someone who doesn't know you, who doesn't have a relationship with you, you just feel that they must give you. It doesn't work. And if you don't have money, you might be listening to me and say, well, Seun said he spent 5 million, he spent it. It didn't start like that. You have service you can offer. If you come into my inbox, for instance, and say, Dr. Ope, I watched this video of you and Seun the other day. I would really like to be your protege, blah, blah, blah. I will work for you for free for 3 months while you teach me this. I may pay attention. I may not need you to work for me, but now I'm here. Okay, this one is offering something. Or I may just check you out. That's okay. Come and do this. I will train you in this, but you're going to work for 3 months doing this. I will respect you that way. Now, for you to come, assume because I have money, I must give it to you. The worst I see, Seun, and I'm sure you see that, are the ones that come into your box. They tell you that tales of woe, and they say they need 100,000 from you, or they need 200,000.
They're not
telling you what they're ready to do. Yes, they will put account number, self. Yes, first post. The day I first saw that many years ago, I almost passed out. You know what they said, this is my account number. I don't know this guy. I've never met him. They don't offer anything. They don't even say, I want to learn. See? They just want the money.
Someone has told me to buy him a car before. Someone that I've never seen in my life. Yes. It's still in my inbox on Facebook right now.
Don't know why he needed a car. I mean, because they are saying, young CEO. Who is people crack me up. And they don't get it. There's one of them that sent me a message like that about their mother needing drug, blah, blah, blah. I don't know the person. They wanted 75,000 naira from me. And I'm like, this gentleman could have simply said, I would like you to help me or teach me how to do this so that I can earn money to do this. So I ignored the mail. Then 3 days later, just 3 days, so he sent me a very long word that say, it's only God that blesses. That if you don't give me, God will give me. I was like, they're like that. So guys, you have to learn that. Don't be needy. You may not have money to give, but think of this a service you can render. Think of something you can bring to the table that can make them take. Rich people always respond to somebody who's going to make them more money. People don't get that. Okay? If you come with something that will make somebody more money, not that you wanted to take from him, he will listen to you. But when you come in, you just want to make money, but you don't care about the guy. Maybe he will. Maybe someone like Ope Banwo might, but I don't even do that anymore. I'm trying very hard not to be like that because I'm realizing I'm not helping. If I send you that 50K, 100K, you know, I'm not helping you. I have there's some guy that I was even saying last year. I met him at the beach when we were doing a picnic, and he was telling me about how things were bad, blah blah blah. It's okay. I just have this app. And why don't you go there every day? Open a room for 2 hours. Just talk there. I will even give you 100K. Let me see you do it for like a week. He didn't even do it for 1 day. Then he called me back 6 weeks later, tried to remind me that I promised him that I was going to help him. I'm like, have you ever been to Gist House? He hasn't even downloaded the app.
Imagine.
I just blocked him. I said, you're not yet serious. You're a human being. All right. Don't be profit greedy. Number 3, when you are breaking out, you are trying to get into this software production industry or even any industry. Don't be profit greedy. You heard Seun say that when they were talking about this launch, he was not over concerned whether it makes profit with his first launch or not. because he knew something that they didn't know, that if he gets his foot inside that door, it's going to break the fucking door open. So all he needed is let him enter small. Then all the money, and that's the mentality. But some of you out there, your very first product, your JV manager or your coach, like I've had some of my boys like that, when they say, oh, you are going to help me, you are the one that isn't going to give them the money to buy the software. Should you have money to buy your own software? They don't have the money to buy the software. You are the one that's going to help them get the JV manager. You are the one that trained them. They didn't pay for my Launchify 360. And I'm saying, okay, when we go do this launch, I'm going to take 60 and you're going to take 40. They start to argue. They have not put anything inside, though. They start saying it's my product idea. No. So I stopped doing it. So if I'm to do it with any of them now, it's 90 I will take, so that they understand that capital has money. So don't worry about whether you are profit the first time or not, because once you get in the door, now you understand the game. Now you have been in the game. The Mobimatic we are all talking about, yeah, we did $430,000 November 2016, but I don't think that if you share $20,000 out of that money, because we made a lot of mistakes that are reflected in that Launchify 360 trading, where we agreed to give our JV partners 20% of gross. It's like we didn't even think. But they are still my best friends till tomorrow, because once we realized later that we have screwed up, because all this money was coming in and the money was going out, and then we didn't even agree to share prices, and the price was like maybe 40 or 50K. At the end of the day, we called them and they said no, they're not going to change the contract. They told us that they're not changing. Did I fight them? No. Yeah, and if you agree that no, these guys have done a great job for us. They've brought us into this game. They are still my best friend. In fact, later, one of them helped me launch my $300,000 product. At this time, I made over 100,000 net profit in my pocket, because now I don't smart. And even when he was talking about it, and I started laughing, he himself started laughing. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to try that one with me again. And then we all laugh. So instead of 20% gross that I started with, that one that I launched with me, I gave him 10% of net, and he took it. Nobody's going to give you what you don't ask. So we are still best friends till tomorrow. I didn't say because they made a lot of money out of that 430,000. They put like 100 and something thousand in their pocket, because it was 20% of gross that we agreed. I myself and the owner that spent all that money, and my co-owner, we couldn't share 20K. So, but you can't let that get you down. Get in. That's what Seun is saying, and there's no surprise that he's doing so well inside this business, and then do your own work. That's all it takes. There's so many things you can do yourself that will make even those who are partnering with you respect you. Your JV managers will respect you. When you've done your own work, you get maybe your Launchify 360 package or any other package. This is not about me trying to market my product. Get something that will give you the education you need, so that when you are discussing with your partners, they have confidence that you even know what you're talking about. You go to say you want to go call a JV manager, you don't know what a post-launch webinar is. They will eat you for lunch. They will just do it and just keep all the money. You won't even know. I've had people do that. They didn't even know that was a post-launch webinar. So the JV manager just took the thing and collected 100% of the money, and they called me to complain. I won't mention his name, I'm not a Nigerian guy. I'm like, why are you calling me? Did you not read it? Did you not read the listings of a product launch that I gave you the book for free? You didn't read it. So just go and thank the guy anyway. At least he made you $60,000. Just go and thank him. Let him keep the money. Tomorrow, you yourself, your brain will be correct. You will even remove post launch. Thank you so much, Seun, for sharing on that. Moving on, so that I know I'm taking a lot of your time today, but I'm going to take it. And then when we are done, we are done. Okay, I'll try to hurry it up for you. All right. I see. Let me segue a little bit to something different. Okay. Apart from doing very well yourself, I've watched you. You have been very, very helpful to other young people that are coming up. So how many people will you say you have trained so far in your career? And what are the basic lessons you have learned that all of us can learn from in the experience of being a coach or trainer or trying to help other people in also making it just like you? Go for it.
Okay. I'll say I've trained quite a lot of people, a lot. It has to do with information marketing and let's say e-commerce. I've raised lots of millionaires. Yeah, more than 1,000. Yes, I can say that.
Actually, over 15,000. Over 15,000 that I've read, I've seen that testimonial, but go on.
With my full chest. So when it comes to launching, I've raised, like, let's say not that much, because launching is a bit.
Oh, you're talking about the launch, the software side now. The software
yes,
side.
I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Me, I was just talking generally about everything. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. Okay. So when it comes to launching side too, so I've also trained a lot of people who are actually doing well with their launches and also affiliate marketing. So one thing I've learned about coaching people is number one, people are not the same. And now a coach will not help you achieve your results. You have to do the work yourself. They can only guide you and also give you maybe tips and guidance on how to go about the whole thing. But it still boils down to the person in question. Now, for the past 5 years, I stopped training, I stopped coaching, I stopped anything that has to do with that. I just focus on my business 100%. The recent training I did was in December last month, because people keep dragging me every day. Anytime I post a launch update like this, you see Nigerians under comments. When are you going to do training? When are you going to do this? You don't want to teach us how to make money. You don't want to do this, because at the end of the day, 90% of these people don't take action.
It's frustrating.
99% of
97, 98. It's very frustrating.
They don't take action. So you spend so much. And the thing is that now that I'm on the international level now, I do business outside Nigeria and all that. If it were to be before, they would say, you are just training us to collect our money and make money. But when they know that even what you are making is way, way beyond whatever they are paying you for training. I remember when I wanted to train my first set of software developers and affiliate marketer, I charged them 3 million. I charged some 2.5 million.
When I saw that, I almost fainted. I said, this shit will kill me. Then I didn't even have the liver to even charge 250,000. I saw shit. I'm like, Jesus.
Because, like I used to say, I think the more, as long as what you're delivering is quality, the more money people invest in a program, the more willing, the more eager, the more the desire they want to succeed with it, because they know that they've invested so much in these things and they just have to make it work. So I will tell you that most of those people that pay so much money are the ones that are really doing well compared to the rest. And because they already understand business. So I think at the point I stopped training newbies. Again, I felt I've done that for the past 10 years. So I've done justice to that.
That's right.
I now train people that have background, because some people, when you tell them you need to get a domain name and hosting, they'll still come and meet you. So where will I click when I get to this place?
Too much work.
Or they will be calling you in the middle of the night. How do I go about this? I have a life as well and all that. So I think what people need to understand is that if you want your relationship between you and your coach to be effective, to be meaningful, and to help you achieve your goal, you have to take a step ahead. When you are given information, you act on it. There's nothing more important. I think that's why there are some people that I don't even charge them for anything again. Because, and I think it works for everybody. Just like what you're saying about me now. There are some people that I know that once I give them A,
they're going to execute
B, C, D.
Yes.
So when they come back to me for maybe question, I can spend 2-3 hours with them on phone.
I'm like that. Yes.
Why some people, they may want to just ask simple questions, and to spend 1 minute with them will be so hard, because I know that even after talking now, this person will still call again to ask the same thing. Or maybe not ask the same thing. When you ask them what you just told them day before yesterday, if they acted upon it, they will come up with an excuse. So nobody wants to waste their time. So if you want to achieve good results, then you have to be taking action on whatever your mentor or your coach is teaching you. They have to see that you are putting in the effort. And by putting in the effort, you're not just helping yourself. You also help them help you as well, so that they will know how best to assist you and all that. And like I said, having a coach and a mentor always fast track your journey to success. Now, there's one of my protege that everything that I've done that take me like, let's say like 5-6 years to achieve, he always achieve it in just a year or two.
Wow.
And do you know why? Because he listened.
Hmm.
He listened to me, and not just from business, but life generally.
Hmm.
I taught him businesses. I taught him how to create structure for your business,
Hmm. Hmm.
finances. And that's one thing about coach or mentor, because they've been through it all. They've gone through that trial and error process. So you don't have to. And when you, as a coach, now know that you have a student that listens to you, you will always be willing to advise them. You always be willing to guide them. And that's why out of all the people that I've mentored or trained so far, he stood out among them and is the best. Like when I say the best, and he's doing extremely well. Now, in fact, I launched with a partner. Like I have a partner that I launched with. Now he single-handedly launched his own products.
Wow.
Back to back every single month too.
Wow. Wow. Every single month too. Wow.
Yes.
Following after his daddy now. If his daddy is doing every 3 weeks. Wow, that's great. That's great.
And that's it. He says, if I'm doing this, then he's following me. And that's like there's this. Yes, I've forgotten this. There's this quote that said that I can see way beyond because I'm standing on the shoulder
of giants.
Forgotten,
yes, I can see 5 guys standing on the,
and that is and that's what mentorship and coaching is all about. So things that you are meant to be thinking of how to go about it, or how to figure out these things, there's someone that's already figured it out. In fact, that's the easiest way for me to learn. So when I myself want to learn, I look at people that want to do what I want to do, people that have done what I wanted to do. Because there's nothing on this planet that you want to do that someone somewhere has not done before. Either they are alive or they are dead. You can see it in their books, or you can see it in their courses, their masterminds, or whatever material they have out there, audio books, whatever it is. You lay your hands on it and act on it. So that's how we have to tell people that take action. Take action. When you're given instruction by your coach, ensure you follow that instruction to the letter. Take action on it. You only get results by taking action. You don't get results by knowing stuff. So learning is not enough. Everybody can learn. You can read. But what differentiates you from the next person that is getting results is taking action. And you don't have to be scared of failure. You will fail. Just like I always have it at the back of people see failure as a bad thing, but I don't. Because I know that the more I fail is just to show to me that, okay, this is another way of not doing this thing. So I need to find another way to do it and to get the right results. So once that's the biggest fear people have when they want to start business. Oh, hope I will not fail. But once you know that failure is a normal thing you will experience, in fact, to move ahead, you have to fail. You have to face challenges. If it was that easy, everybody will be multi-billionaires now. Nobody will be poor. So at the end of the day, you just have to have that strong will and know that, okay, challenges will come and I just have to talk about any type of challenge you want to talk about this launching. There's almost none that I've never faced. But then I always come out strong at the end of the day. Awesome. So you must have those kind of willpower and all that, and that will help you and you'll be able to go a long way.
All right. Thank you so much, because we are giving practicals now. I want you to just make it in a concise form, particularly for those who like to take notes, for those who are already going crazy over there. Now, what are the 3? You have been there, seen that. You have seen guys come make it. You have seen guys fail and all that. And you have gone through your own phase also. So what do you consider to be the number 1, number 2, and number 3 points of failure for people in digital marketing? Generally, if you are to pinpoint the top 3 reasons why people fail, because there are lots of guys who are out there who say, oh, digital marketing doesn't work because they've tried, they failed, and all of that stuff. What would you say are the 3 points of failure people should, that in your own opinion, that people should guard against, and how they can guard against it?
Okay. Number 1, the first thing I will talk about is information overload. Now, when people are coming into digital marketing space or they're trying to start a business, they get so many information without acting on it. And at the end of the day, they get overwhelmed. So they never achieve any results. So that's number one thing. Second thing is focus. Like I said, people underestimate the power of focus. If you want to achieve anything serious in life, you have to focus on it. So let's say you're coming into a digital marketing space, you want to learn maybe product launching, or you want to learn affiliate marketing, or you want to learn information marketing business. You have to put all your attention into this thing until it works. That's how I handle my own stuff. When I'm trying to launch a product, or when I'm trying to start a new business, or when I'm trying to start affiliate marketing, or whatever type of business I'm trying to go into, I ensure that I focus just on that until I start getting results. If I don't get results, I'm not going to move into any other thing. So focus is very, very important, but a lot of people lack focus. Now they buy material today on how to start an online business or how to go into digital marketing. After like a week, they see the next new thing and they want to go into that as well. So they lack focus. But focus is very, very important. Focus is what will help you get to where you are going faster. And when you are focused, it means all the information that you will be digesting, all the actions you'll be taking will be towards that specific goal that you want to achieve. So that's another thing. That's the second problem that I know people have. The third is that people give up too soon. Everything in life has a time frame. So, and everybody has their own time frame because we have different, I won't say resources. They operate in different way. So we learn faster than each other. We take action faster than each other. So these are factors that will affect how fast you become successful. So people give up too soon just because they face one ordeal or they face one problem. They feel okay, that's a problem. They can't move forward again. And I think it's because internet has a low entry barrier. Imagine a business, let's say a physical business now that it starts with 5 million or 10 million or one big money that you collected from maybe a bank or something. And because you face one problem now, you just want to close shop and go to your house. You won't. Because
Ah,
you want when you remember that the bank will come and knock on your door, maybe they have your property that they will take. But
mm,
internet, you know that when you get a domain, you get autoresponder, you get those things under
that
$100
started.
and you're in business.
Or Dr.
So
Ben
the
does it
low
for free or free workshop to get you started.
so, so the free entry so makes people to give up easily. So in life, you don't give up easily. I see a lot of people give up easily, and when you give up easily, you won't achieve that result. Just like I used to use myself as an example. Whenever I'm starting something new, or whenever I'm going into any new business, like when I didn't say this. There was a time I was launching back to back and it was failure, like back to back to back to back, and I was losing money. I think like 4 launches back to back.
And you kept doing it. Bad boy.
Yes, even my friend were like, "What are you doing?" I
Hmm.
said, "See, that is just life, and that is the law of universe for you. The moment you don't get tired, you will get that breakthrough.
Kai.
But the
Kai.
moment you give up, then that's it."
Hmm.
And trust me, the fourth launch, fourth launch.
Came back with power.
The first launch, we did $250,000 at
Wow.
launch closing. Until date, that single launch alone has done like $730,000 just to
Wow.
run launch.
And if you had
Yes.
given up in that first three
And
that
if I've given up, let's say the third or the second time, I won't be here today. So people give up too soon. Just like I said, you have to look at the pointers. Okay, are people successful in this niche? Are people successful in this industry? If people are successful, then it means if I can put in the work, I will also be successful. With God on my side, like I said, God is not a respecter of no man. We all have the same brain and everything. So if he can do it for Mr. A, then he can do it for you. So you just need to put in the work and prove to the universe that yes, you have what it takes to get this thing. So those are the things that I know that
Yes.
those are the problem people face in this industry when they are trying to get into it.
Guys, I hope you can believe him when he tells you those points of failure, because he's been there, done that. That's why I focus a lot on his achievement. Because when somebody who's done it, it's like a Warren Buffett trying to give you an advice on how to invest. You better listen. Same with somebody who has launched 40 products. Yeah, you had those 40. He just told you now that all 40 of them are not successful. And now you can say all 40 are successful. No, but he kept doing it. He had a plan. I'm going to launch every 3 weeks. And he kept doing it, even when he hit a patch of 3 or 4 that did not work. And that's why he's here today. You cannot give up too soon. Too many, and you are so right. Too many people give up too early. It's like when they say I'm an internet marketer now and they don't become millionaire the next month, it's like it's not working. It's a scam. It's a scam. It took so and so from me and I didn't make any money because they never tried enough. I had a very promising lady in New York like that. And she actually paid for my coaching, $5,000. She paid. Now, the very third week that she was supposed to launch her product, something happened and she couldn't launch it. So we launched it the 6th week. It wasn't a big success. And I called her back. I said, listen, this is what we did wrong because I told you about this product. You insisted. Let's do another one. This time, you don't have to pay me any extra money. I'll stay with you to the end. She said her husband said the thing is a scam, that they can't make any money. And then she left, went back to go be doing CNA work or whatever it is that she was doing. And there's so many like that who would even make any. At least she made a little. And you think that because one thing didn't work, that is going to be the end. No, it's business. And Seun encapsulated it very well. That maybe the reason why a lot of you give up on digital business is because you didn't have to invest so much money to start. And maybe that is a key right there. Because I've not gotten any testimonial of a big success like a Seun or an Ifiok or a Victory among those who have passed through me who didn't pay money for getting started. So free is bad for you. Because like Seun said, if you borrow 5 million to go start an offline business, and even if the place burnt down, you are not going to close up the shop and go home now. Because you know the bank is coming. You know you just got that money from your uncle. But in digital business, so that is probably why I'm going to, I think I've gotten more confirmation of what I wanted to do this year. I don't want to deal with cheap guys. If you don't have real money to get started, something that will pain you, I won't waste my time. If you don't have at least maybe 10K that you can put into this, forget. Because it will just not worth it for you. Don't give up too soon. Number 2, or you mentioned that first, information overload. Too many of you are webinar junkies. You are training junkies. I was like that. And at least me, I'm smart enough that my frustration I turned into money. After my first 1 year in digital business was a disaster because I had too much money to throw at it. Okay, I was very successful already in so many other businesses. So my first 6 months, I spent $100,000. And I didn't even feel like I was spending money. I was just carrying money from my law firm and I was just dumping it there. And I was doing this, doing that, nothing. Maybe in that first year, maybe I made $2,000 and I spent $100. So finally, I figured out that my problem was focus. My focus was information. I figured out my problem. But what did I do that is different from most people? I wrote a book, Confessions of a Guru Wannabe. And to date, I've sold more than 10,000 copies of that book. At least I made a lot of money from my failures, right? You have to understand that you already have too much information. I had everything. In fact, when I look at my, I even showed the screenshot in that book. At one point, I had 1,200 information products on my desktop, and I've not even launched one. So I just kept accumulating. I'll go here, they will say, buy this 100 books for $99. I'll buy it, buy this software. I was just buying. I already had too much information. As at the time I even met Thomas Martin, I was already too knowledgeable in the industry, but I won't take action. I just kept acquiring more, going to conferences, going to webinars, going to this and acquiring. Some of you are like that. Some of you, You know, sometimes when I was doing this, my free training I do every week, every month, the 7 days Fish for Life, you know, people will come to that place and they'll be boasting, oh, that I was in your last 3. They'll be telling me, I was in the last 3 conferences. I'll say, Ope, I will see your life. This person came to 7 days of training in January. He came in February, 7 days of training. He came in March. Then he's here again in April. I'm boasting about having come. I told him that you are a fool. Do you know what that meant? You have not progressed. Because if you took action, it's elementary stuff I was teaching. 4 hours about freelancing. What? If you are still learning that after 4 months, you can never make it. And the guy thought I was very, very rude. I said, listen, you're never going to make it. If you are coming for the 4th time to come and learn about how to do freelancing, and you are not doing it, it's not home trouble. It is you. Information, you already know enough, guys. If you are watching me, you already know enough. You already know enough to be able to go. Seun just had the power outage, but it's going to be back. So I just use the opportunity to teach a little bit here. Seun has offered us great, great, great insight here. Focus. You cannot chase more than one product, one industry at a time. That's what Seun kept hammering on. Even though he was successful in several industries, when he goes into one, he has laser focus. I met him when we started working together when he bought my Launchify 360 product. At that time, I actually thought that was the only thing he's been doing, that he's never done anything before. Because that's all he talked about. That's all he focused on. For months, that's a guy that's already made millions in his teens. That's why he's successful. Focus. Most of you are not focused. You want to be a freelancer. You also want to be a mobile app marketer. You also at the same time want to be an affiliate marketer. And at the same time want to develop a product, even though you are not yet even making $200 a month online. And you're wondering why you are not making it. You got to focus on one thing, one niche, until you start seeing serious money there. Then you can then go to the next one. And then the third thing I mentioned is about giving up too soon. There's no overnight success anywhere. Don't let anybody deceive you. Maybe with internet marketers might have given you that impression by showing you our lavish cars, showing you when we're on cruise, how we're having fun and doing all this stuff. But there is no overnight success. Every overnight success you see has been preceded by 9 years of hard work. Then they became an overnight success, if that is possible. My point is that going into digital marketing is like learning a whole new business. It's going to take you some time. It's going to take you some time to master it, no matter who trained you, no matter who tutored you, no matter what products you have. You have to know you are in for the long haul. At the very minimum, 1 year. 1 year is short. In offline business, equivalent of 1 year online is about 5 or 6 years of working that business. Because things are faster online. So if you focus for 1 year, it will be like somebody who's been running a particular type of business off the internet for like 6 years. But most of us don't want to do that. Most of you watching me right there, you don't want to do that. You want to be successful this very second week. In fact, the day you bought your modem, you are wondering why you are not millionaire the next day. Or you attend a seminar by Dr. Ope Banwo or by Seun or by Fifiok or Victory, and you're so excited, and you expect that you're going to be a millionaire next week. And then when you're not a millionaire, now Dr. Ope Banwo is a scammer, or Victory is a scammer, or Seun is a scammer. Training is not going to make you rich, just like Seun said. I'm waiting for Seun to come on, but if he doesn't, we'll wrap it up and then bring him back for a part 2. We've already taken a lot of his time today anyway, so he's already giving us almost 2.5 hours. But the point is, you got to put in the hard work. Digital business is awesome. It's the #1 way out for you if you are broke or you don't have a job or you need extra income or you've been able to make it back. Okay, so, but you need to understand that you have to put in the work. Yeah, Seun is back now. Thank you so much. Let me see here. Okay, is he trying to come on to put on his video? I suspect he had a power outage. No, actually, it's in London, so it's not power outage. I don't know what happened. Maybe charger, but it's back though. So it's going to be back on screen in a minute. So I'm just doing a wrap up while he gets his. Okay, he's back. All right, Seun, thank you so much. I was just wrapping up on what you said. Let me quickly get it so that I can release you. I can see that even your computer is starting to protest that this.
I didn't even know what happened. So because the thing hanged, and maybe it was the internet, I don't know. So
I think, but you're in London. Then I was going to say you had the power.
Yes, I'm in London. I'm using 5G.
Exactly. I know you are in. I was going to say Nigeria internet, but I realized that
it's not Nigeria.
I'm telling you.
I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, it happened to me too. I had a man was even very embarrassing. I had a VC interview for Gist House, an investor who was talking to me about Gist House, and then my system froze and I could not get that man. It took me 2 weeks to get him on the call. My system failed. I'm right there in Nebraska. The thing froze. I restarted. The thing was not, in fact, by the time I got it together was 25 minutes.
Wow.
The man had left. I had to call him, and of course, we've not been able to reschedule till now. That's but I said, well, maybe that's how God wanted that. It is one of those things. I'm going to go to Silicon Valley. When I reach the number, I need to get Jesus to a number. Then I'm going to his office. I'm not even waiting for no stupid Zoom call. I will enter play. I go to Silicon Valley. Me and him will sit down and we talk. All right, let's keep moving here. Okay, so we've talked about points of failure. All right, now there's some. Okay, yes, we've covered almost every part of human emotion where you are concerned, but I want to narrow it down because I like to ask every one of my guests this so that people can learn from it. Okay. What will you consider to be your most embarrassing moment in your career to date, and what did you learn from that? I'm talking embarrassing. I'm going to come to low moment later. This is embarrassing that when you remember it, you want to cover your face or you want to stuff like that. All of us have one. Which one is your own? And what did you learn from there? Tell us the story. Talk to daddy. Talk to daddy. Okay, go.
Okay, let me see.
There's so many, you have to pick one. Okay. Tell me about one of your product, your failed product launches. Tell me about that one first before you come up with that. Tell me about one failed one and what you learned from it.
Okay. So when one thing I learned about one of my failed product launch, I'll talk about I think that's VD Pop. Yeah. VD Pop, I spent almost $13,000 to develop the products.
Wow.
And I didn't even get 100 sales. So that I think I launched that product in 2018. Yes, I think after I did Omni Engine and FB Engager, I tried to launch that on my own. So I think what I did then was was quite embarrassing. Okay. So I won't say maybe I wasn't trying to spend money, or maybe I was just trying to do everything on my own. That's when I learned the importance of it's not a flex to say that yes, I can do everything on my own. In fact, it limits you from doing the most important thing in your business. And that's why I said that at a point I learned how to systemize, how to delegate, and how to automate, how to create structure about business. So that launch, I developed the software. It was a video pop software because I've seen Todd Gross and Paul Pona do crazy numbers with products like that. So I created something like that, but this was a video funnel. Nobody has done that before. So I decided to do something like that. I created the product and all that. So the funny thing is that I wrote the sales copy myself. I wrote the sales copy myself. I designed the JV page myself. I designed the sales page myself as well. So at the end of the day,
just because you can do it, right?
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I did the launch. So when I did the launch, the launch didn't do well. So I decided not to pay prize money. Because the launch didn't do well. So In fact, I can say ever since that launch, there's one top marketer that till date,
He will
he
not
never
promote it.
promoted my launch again. And this is someone that I did not even reach out to him before he started promoting my products.
Wow.
I don't know, he just started promoting my product. And because that's one thing about some vendors, when they know that, okay, you have a good product, they will just support you for no reason.
Yes.
Yeah. So why some like the reciprocation thing and all those things. So I was like, the Nigerian man in me, like, I've wasted money of
Money.
thousands of dollars.
Yes.
I've invested and nothing is coming out of this thing. So how will I now pay price money? So it was then it was Victory that called me first that Mr. Man, what are you
What are
doing?
you doing? Are you stupid?
He said you want to even spoil your name before you even start anything. So one thing you need to know is that, and that's the power of I don't want to say friendship. Friendship can just be casual, but I want to know that word I can use for people that when you have like minds that you work with, they can call your bullshit, like tell you when you are doing nonsense and all that. Then what is this you are doing? Number one, you don't even owe price money. See, if it's only that price money that you make from that launch, you got to pay everybody
Body.
their money and all that. So I
Interesting.
learned that the hard way actually. The second one was not having when we're having payment issues, not paying price money on time. Because it got to a point that I could, like, when I was in Nigeria, so before the money will get to my accounts and pay all these top vendors. So people will start asking me, okay, when are they getting this money? When am I
Or
getting my
PayPal will even
price?
seize your money for 6 months. Or PayPal even seize the money, but you have to
Of
pay.
course.
Nobody sent you.
That's where I'm going,
Yes.
So that particular launch, I think it was Rank Flux. And it did quite well. It was a solo launch. I did my launch myself because one of those things is that I hate people telling me you can't do this. When I started launching, they'll say, you're in Nigeria. They don't want to see your face on JV page. They don't want to
Yeah,
hear
it's
your
like
voice.
bullshit.
I
Yes.
said I don't give a fuck about that. Till today, I voice of all my. If you check all the JV page of all my products, my voice is there, my face is there.
There you go. I'm like that too.
Because I said, see, if I don't know if I'm to say this. I said if Indians,
Yeah.
with
Say
their
it.
accents,
Yeah,
if
nobody's complaining.
Indians with their accent can boldly be on their like our English is still, I don't know how to put it.
Not
People
even
can
just
still
their
hear us
JV page.
clearly.
They even voice their sales copy, their sales voiceover. And it's
So
thicker
I
than
said,
our own.
if
Yes.
they can do that with their accent and all, so what are you telling me? Like a Nigerian can't do this? Don't tell me that I can. So,
Exactly.
so the embarrassing moment was the first part of not paying JV price. The second one was when PayPal actually seized my money for 6 months. It was
Wow.
crazy.
Yes.
So people have to start asking me the price money. When am I paying? I need to now start sending
And they will
money
kill you
from
over that
Nigeria.
too. They don't play with you. Price
They
money.
don't. They don't. So I felt so embarrassed. Like I felt so embarrassed at the point they will message and they know who to message. They will message my friends.
Yes, now.
You understand?
People like
So
me.
now what's happening? Why are you not paying these people price? I said, see, look at the paper. The money is stuck. Now I'm trying to get paper. And in Nigeria, so many challenges.
Yeah.
PayPal is not something I can just dump money into the account. I need to start looking for people that have PayPal funds. I'll be buying them, paying Naira and sending. But at the end of the day, I was able to resolve it. So, so those are just the two
Yes.
most embarrassing moments for me in this space, though.
All right. Thank you so much. The reason why I always ask that is I don't want people to get away with the impression as if all of us were born experts in this game. You understand what I'm saying? I've shared my own I shared it. I think the last guy that was here. Let me share it with you guys again, just in case you didn't watch the last episode. My most embarrassing moment was actually the moment I made the most money, which was funny, which is this same Mobimatic. The thing has really, Mobimatic like been part of my life now, even though I've done great things before and after. It defines me in my own mind in digital business. When we launched Mobimatic, me and Ifyok, when we launched it, day one, we did more than $100,000. Day two, more than $100,000. My very first $100,000 day, my second one too. Then this product crashed on day 2. The product crashed, stopped working. So now people are calling me. Now we saw thousands. I'm calling Ifyok because me, I don't know anything. I don't have any technical background. My own amount. I'm marketing. Ifyok was supposed to be the technical guy. He is even my protege. So we had people who are helping us. When I was calling Ifyok every 5 minutes, after a while, Ifyok stopped answering phone because he couldn't solve the problem. At that point, we didn't know what the problem with the software was. Apparently, it was a capacity problem. We didn't know because the code that we bought to create Mobimatic, the maximum it could take was 750 people at a time. But day one, we already sold more than 1,000. So obviously, the product was already over capacity, but we didn't know how to dimension that. So people are calling me. I have no answer. After a while, if you stop answering phone, then I'm getting to Gross on the phone, say, Ope is never, I don't know him from Adam, just like you. I got the right JV guys who got all these guys, which is the key. Like I said in Launchify 360, once you get the right JV guy, they don't need to know you. Who cares about you? They care about your JV. So Todd Gross called me. The next thing I got Sam Baka calling me that I have my customers are calling that they can't access the product. Look at the product was $497 or something. Now I want to enter under the ground. I didn't know what to do. I was so embarrassed. I was so ashamed. My point was they will say Nigerians have come. I'm looking at my account. Our sales over $300,000. Product is not available for them to use. They say Nigerians have come, and there's nothing I hate more than that. Anybody internet scene knows me for that. You can't come there and do rubbish. Now here is me. So the next thing I started crying. It was true story. I started crying, tears. My wife, I was crying so hard. My mother-in-law that was at home with us, my wife has gone to work. I had to call my wife at work because she's never seen me cry in over 20 years of knowing me. Yeah. Even when my dad died, she didn't see me crying. So Nika rushed back home. It's like, what's happening? What's happening? As if somebody died. And I couldn't stop crying. So she had to take me to a movie house. She just said, okay, yeah, dress up, let's go. And I was still crying. So I followed her into the car. Then she took me to the movie house, knowing that I have this funny thing about me. When I'm troubled, when I have challenge, when I'm sitting in front of a movie, the more violent the movie is, the more the solution will come. I just sat down. It's my own antidote. Trust me, if I'm confused, I need to think. I have to go to a movie house, and then I have to pick a very violent movie while they're shooting themselves and fighting. Solution will come to me. And she knows that. So she just, okay, let's go. I don't know what happened. Let's just go. So I followed. I didn't know where we were going. We got to the cinema. I said I was cinema. She was going. She bought ticket. I can't even remember the movie. And I was in there. Then while the movie was there, I calmed down. Then I told her the story later, and she was like, you must be mad. Is that why you are crying? She thought it was a much more serious matter. My point is that all of us, we have our stories. Yeah. Nobody was born perfect in this industry. So don't let that stop you. You are going to make your mistake. You are going to get into an embarrassing moment. You had yesterday from one of our guests who went to buy mailing list, not knowing that some big names was in that mailing list. And then they had to call him out publicly. Do you know what it is? To call you out on Skype? You just have to swallow it. I remember that guy. They had to call me. Say, okay, one of your boys. They reported him to me, so I called him. Baba, what are you doing? In fact, initially I didn't understand I did anything wrong. I'm like, are you fucked up? This is what you just did. I'm like, okay, we're going to go talk to that guy. We're going to beg him private. So we set up a 3-way call, and I was able to help him resolve it. But that guy is in the 1% today on JVZoo, one of the most respected names. That when they mention his name, even the white guys are afraid. So all of us, Seun just told you his own. Why would Seun ordinarily, if it is not that he's not thinking straight, why will he not want to pay JV? But all of us, under pressure, you can do crazy stuff. Don't let that stop you. Don't run away. Okay? Don't run away. No matter how bad you have screwed up, call those who can help you make amends. People are generally more forgiving if you are contrite and you are able to apologize. Some of you are running away because you made a mistake and you're embarrassed, or maybe you told your one of them said, oh, I told my audience this is what I'm going to do on Facebook. Then I was not able to do it there. I was ashamed, so I stopped. Why would you be ashamed? You can't stop. Okay, so you didn't meet up to your words. The word did not end. So hopefully you guys learned from that. I wanted you guys to see that Seun is as human as you. It's not special. In fact, I'm going to ask him a worst question and he's going to answer it. Now, the question is that what is your, at some point, you must have gotten to your lowest point where you are very, I'm not talking about when you are trying to make it, that incident with your dad and all that. That's what spawned you to start. Now you have started, you have paid some money, you are doing great. And then something went horribly wrong, or something happened that you are so low, your lowest point in your career where you even felt like calling it everything quits. What is that moment? Is the moment of confession. But yeah, talk to that.
Wow. It's not once, it's not twice.
Yeah, so... multiple. But tell me one of them.
So I'm just going to talk about one of them.
Yes.
So after making so much money, I think one thing that nobody ever wants to find themselves is after you've made so much money and you lose everything. It's a bad thing. It's better if you have never made that money at all in the first place than to have made that money and not have it again. So I remember that time when I was still doing information marketing business. So business was booming, we were making money and all that. So at that time, it's not as advanced as now that you can run Facebook ads, you can run YouTube ads and all that. What you can do back then was just run newspaper adverts. So we run classified ads, we run half-page ads and all those things. So I decided to run adverts then. I think it was maybe Punch or either Punch or Complete Sports then. So we paid for the advert and it cost a lot of money. And then because we lack savings, like because that's another problem with internet marketers. Like because the money is so easy, it can come in like you're so sure that if I do this, money will come in the next 5 days. So we just spend money recklessly without saving and all that. So I wasn't saving then. I just know that I can, as if there's one thing I can always tap my finger and in a few days money will come in. I thought it was only me, but when I started discussing with my friends and all, like everybody feel the same way too, that because we just know that we understand this thing very well and we can make money at ease. So we ran the advert, and unfortunately, when the advert came out, that part where it's meant to show our account details, where they will pay the money to and all that, was blurred. It was not showing properly.
Hey.
And unlike Facebook, if you are running Facebook ads or you are running YouTube ads, you can post it if it's not converting. But one thing with all these newspaper adverts is you've paid. They've placed your advert, they've placed your advert.
No
you
more
make
money.
money, you don't make money on your own.
Yeah, your own.
So, and the advert was very expensive. And that was the first time we decided to say, okay, let's go bigger. Don't let us do small classified adverts. Let's do something big. Let's do something massive that will bring massive results. So we ran the ads at the end of the day, when people could not even see where they will pay to our phone number. So the advert was at a loss. We called and we were going back and forth and all that. So that time there was nothing. Like there was nothing. And thank God I had 2 laptops then. So I had to take one of my laptops to a place called there's a place called Sabo in Ibadan. It's all these Hausas are always there. I had to go and sell one of the laptop. I sold it for. I cried that day. I cried, and that day I said I will never put myself in this kind of position again. Ever since then, I started learning money management. So like now, I know how to save for no. See, even if I have $100 billion in my account today, nobody can know. The lifestyle that people just see on Facebook is because for my brand and all that. But when it comes to spending, I think not twice, not 3 times to consider that, do I really need this thing? And in fact, now that I'm even married, I will even sit my wife down and ask her that, do you think I need this thing, or it's just impulse buying that I'm just trying to get this thing or something? So it was very bad then that I had to start all over again. And that was when I learned another important lesson, which is also one of the motivating factor for me today, that there's nobody to turn to. If I go down and I have 0 naira with me, there's nobody to turn to for help. So it was that day I learned that great lesson that nowhere to go and borrow money or nobody
When you
to
need
ask
money that you find out that nobody is there for you. It's when you need money
exactly.
that you know. Oh
So
yeah.
so it was then I know that never ever ever put yourself in that kind of situation. So that was the first one. There was a time I lost. Oh God. But so I wish I just use this money to buy land or just buy something and just live safe. Then I would, because I can't just phantom I was able to, but it's part of life and that's
Tell me
how.
the story. Tell me the story. Tell me the story.
So when another thing is that when business is booming or when people are making money, they see themselves as a god. I don't know if that is the right word. You just feel like whatever you turn,
You're
whatever you touch,
invisible.
it turns to gold.
Now
You
you're
feel like you're
invincible.
invincible. Yeah, you feel like you can.
I've been
But
there
that
very
is,
well.
and that is not how life actually works. So when that money was coming in, I was just buying designer clothes, buying designer shoes. I was
We still have the
I was a
videos online. We still have the
I was a philanthropy. I was doing all sorts of things, and then the most important thing that took the money was I was investing in business that I know nothing about.
which
And
is the
one thing I
worst.
learned the hard way is that whenever you invest in a business that you know nothing about, the person that know a lot about that business will be the one making your money, while you end up with nothing at the end of the day. So I invested in some businesses where people just invest more, not MMM, like real businesses and all that, that you do this. But at the end of the day, I understand that I don't know anything about this business. This person was just siphoning money and all that at the end of the day. So I think I lost like 35 million naira then. That was even before I ventured into launching.
Wow.
So yeah, so it really affected me a lot. It affected me and I was down. So, but the only thing that helped is that I still have my laptop and I still have my internet connection. That is
Praise
something I
God.
never.
That's the joker every day. Internet connection and laptop. Back
So,
there. Okay.
that
I
is
like
it
that.
that as long as you still have it up there and your health is sound, not like you are dying on a sick bed, you can still work. I know it's just a matter of time to get back on my feet and all that. So I lost that money then. I was really, really down. I was sad. I was crying because I was like, it's not like I even spent this money recklessly. Not that I was going to club, not that I was womanizing around and all that. I was even trying to invest in business that will make my life better and all that. And yet, this is where I am. So I felt so bad. I was so mad at myself. So at any point in time where I experienced certain either failure or even something good, I always pick a lesson which will always be my life lesson. So ever since that day till this moment that I'm talking about, I have never and will never invest in any business that I don't know about.
Wow.
That's why most
100%.
times now I just put my money into real estate or do other stuff that I know that yes, I have control over, I know what I'm doing and all that. Even before I started going into real estate, I learned how to build myself. Yes, people call even my staff, they call me engineer. They don't know that I'm not engineer, not soon. But before I
It was
ventured
hustling.
into building, I
Yeah.
learned everything I need to know about building. Most of my projects, I see it through from beginning to the end.
Wow.
And people would thought that maybe I've been building a house for 10 years or something. Like, so I know that, see, if you don't want to be cheated, if you don't want to fall victim, if you don't want people to go away with your hard-earned money, is either you master whatever it is, maybe it's a business very well first, and start small. That's when I learned that lesson of starting small too. Even if you have 100 million to put in the business, and that's what I still teach my students today, even in internet marketing space. Some people say, Mr. Shi, I have 5 million. I want to put it into this business. I say that 5 million, put it to your account. Take either 200,000 or 300,000 out of it and use it to start. Because the truth is that no matter when you're starting something new, you are
You're
bound
about
to
to
make
make
mistakes.
mistakes.
You're bound to make mistake. So now, if you're starting with the old money that you have and you make that huge mistake, what if there's no way you're going to recover from that? Or maybe you don't have any other means of getting that money back. So that's a loss. So always start small no matter what. So ever since that time, I've made up my mind. not to ever put my money in a business that I know nothing about. So now, if I'm investing money in anything, I know that even closing my eyes, I know
You
how
have
the
an idea.
business works. I know everything that is going on in it. So those are some of my
Yes.
lowest time
Fantastic.
in life.
No, this thing you said is very important since we're having a conversation here about not investing in a business you don't know anything about. I'm very big on that. I learned that from my Anderson days. I actually raised my own to 2 levels. I will not invest in business I don't know anything about or that I don't have passion for. If I'm not, because for me, life is not about making money. It's about enjoying the journey. There are many other places you could make money from. It's what I always tell my friends. You can make money in anything if you focus on it. So it's never just about the money. So for me, if I don't have a passion for it and don't know much about it, there's nothing you tell me. It's like my best friend in the whole wide world, the one I was telling you about that we got our inspiration together from that girl experience. He's one of the biggest real estate guys in Nigeria today. But I don't do real estate. There's nothing, because I don't like real estate. I don't like going to empty land and go be looking at all these magic places. The thing, I was offered like acres in VGC at, I think, at a plot of land of less than 100,000 naira when they were doing it. I turned it down. My friend, but yeah, he has all those millions that I still don't have regret. I told him, I said, listen, I don't like real estate. Other than the houses I'm living in, I'm not interested. And people wonder that when the noise got too much, just recently, there's something that gets to you when you start getting old, whether you start getting stupid. I don't know what happened to me. Okay, this real estate I talk about, I went and put money and bought 4 properties. Other than, I don't have properties before, other than the one I'm living in, and then the one that here in the US and Nigeria, that's it. I'm not interested. I would rather spend, people will be surprised, I would rather spend 100 million on trying to develop a software or 100 million on organizing a workshop that is even free than to put it in real estate. I'm like that. Now, they say Airbnb is making money. Airbnb is making money. I went and listened to them. Now, for 3 years now, I've bought 4 of them. In fact, 2 of them have never ever had any renter in over 2 years. I don't even know what to do with it. I'm looking at them. Finally, I told my I said, I will kill you. I want to sell this business. I'm not interested. My children are not going to come to Nigeria to come and inherit any property. They don't care. Okay, and this thing is stressing me out. Every day is one, something has broken down. It is what I said, this is not me. Those that is the real estate is their thing. They can go there and go fight plumber. They can go there and go fix it themselves. Me, I don't even like to go to the market and price things. Why would they not cheat me? Oh, you understand? So it's a very big lesson. Don't invest in business that you have no knowledge about. If you're interested in the business, then go learn it first and start small, because you are going to screw up. I don't care how smart you are. You can't say you're much smarter than those of us who are talking here. I'm not saying it to boast, okay, but do you have a PhD in law? Are you a chartered accountant? Are you a chartered secretary? I'm all of them combined, right? So I have all of them, but I know I'm not smart enough to go into business that I don't know. And every time I've done it, Mujebani, every time. So when they shoot talking, somebody comes, yeah, they convince me. By the time I put my millions, stories is gonna be hearing 6 months later. So that's a good one. I'm glad that you learned that from your pain. And I think sometimes pain teaches us that. When you look at yourself and you look around 35 million, and at the time you are talking about, that's like equivalent of maybe 200 million. Today you are looking at yourself and saying, damn. And you can't even answer a question for yourself. Why did you do it?
It's so painful.
Exactly. You cannot answer yourself when you look in the mirror. So, guys, I think that's you have to do your homework, learn whatever business you want to go into. And my friends know me for that now. When I say I want to do something, the first thing I start doing is buying books, buying training on that thing. And then I'll start studying. They will say, this guy, you overstudied. I say, yeah, because I'm not going to do something that I don't have a clue about. Even if you have a clue, there's no guarantee. I have to now say you don't have at all. Yes. All right. Second to the last question, because we believe it or not, we're having so much fun. We have spent 3 hours.
Wow.
Well, I got it today. I told you today is me and you have canceled the one after you. So we're doing double today. So but we're having fun, and I think a lot of you out there, I'm sure you are catching fun. You are getting to hear Seun in a way you have never seen him before. Only daddy can harass him like this and lock him down. All right. I hope you guys make the best of it by learning from personal experience. We've talked about embarrassing moments. We've talked about low moments. Talk to me about your most fulfilling moment, where something or an incident or something happened, I say, wow, and that made you feel good all over, make everything worth it. I know you probably have plenty of them, but share a few of them with us and what you learned from that, from those experiences.
Number one, the most fulfilling moment for me was last year in December when I built a house for my parents.
Wow. Wow.
Yes. I built them a 5-bedroom duplex. So, like, they believed in me when internet was nothing, when nobody knew what internet was. And I know how parents can be. If you're not a doctor, you're not a lawyer, nothing. To now come from a father that is a doctor too. And he didn't even second guess me on what I wanted to do. I know that they deserve more. So, and he's super proud of me right now. And even when he's talking among his friends, like, recently he was talking to me on phone some days ago that his lawyer friend, though, his son was saying he wants to study one thing. That he said, leave all these kids, as long as it's something that is legal, let them do what they are really passionate about, and they know because they put in their best. Look at my son now. You can see, you can see how.
Very good. No, it's a great lesson for every parent.
You can see how he's doing now. That among his friends, when he tell them he does not have money, they will say, I beg, forget that thing. You have a rich son, so don't
talk to us.
Don't talk to us. You are now among us. When we are saying government, because he's retiring this year now, when we are saying government is lowering salary, you don't even talk at all. Just
I will come. Farmers will come from London.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So I felt fulfilled because they've sacrificed so much for us growing up and all that. Not that he's never had a house, but I know that he could have built something bigger and better. But because he valued his children and gave us the best from where we were giving birth to, and he's always supportive physically and spiritually, like praying for us and all that. So there's nothing like the only sad part was I wasn't there to present the house to him myself. But I know he was so happy about it. So I felt fulfilled about it. So aside that, another time I felt so fulfilled was there are so many moments. That's just it.
Just share a few of them because
I remember when I built my first house too. That was 2013. Yeah, 2013 was when I bought the land. And
2013. That's what age were you then when you built your first house? That was like 20.
Yeah, that should be like 20. Yeah, I'm coming.
Wow, 2021. Oh my God.
Yeah, wow. That was when I built my first.
Wow.
My first house ever and all that. So I felt fulfilled. So like I could achieve this from internet without any white collar job, without going to the office, because I've been harassed. I left the city of Ibadan to Lagos due to police harassment. Like it got worse to a point that they will come and invade us in my house.
Just say they just accuse you of 419 or whatever, and just
exactly. There's no police station in Ibadan that I've never been to. And not that maybe
to explain yourself. What are you doing?
Exactly. Not that maybe I stole something or I did anything illegal, but they just can't fathom how a young guy can be riding this kind of cars or be living in this type of estate, and you say you're not doing yahoo and all those things. So those are my biggest moments. Like I was so happy that yes, I was able to build my own house myself, like without any help from anybody, without like from this internet business that I've been so passionate about. I'm able to make life for myself. Then another important thing is I was able to impact people around me, my family members, my friends. I know a lot of people that have bought cars for. I know people that have sent to private university from the day they entered till they graduated. So these are the things that make me feel fulfilled and all. And just like what I said about my why, I want to live in abundance so I can impact so much and impact people around me, and it gives me joy. Because one thing I've noticed is that I know people say this thing that money doesn't make you happy,
Yeah.
but you won't really understand when you're still struggling. And I may be wrong, but then I remember when I was in school, I asked some of my friends, I was like, if you have 30 million naira in your account right now, how will you feel? Everybody will just say, 30 million naira, oh man, I'm a big boy, I'll buy this car, I'll buy it. And why everybody was saying all those things, that was the first time I had my first 30 million naira sitting in my bank account, and I felt nothing.
Wow.
And me that I've always been saying that, if I even have 10 million in my account, like, the feeling is not just fine. You feel that you are financially secured, you have money, you have this, but then when you can project it out to people, you can achieve things, you can do things that makes people smile, make you smile and all that. I think it goes a long way. So those are the moments for me when I built my house, when I built a house for my parents, and of course the fact that I'm raising kids and they will never have to worry about money is my biggest motivation as well, because I knew where I was coming from, the things I want and I couldn't achieve. But then I know that it will never be the case with my kids.
You can't take your
So
kids' girls. Nobody can take their girlfriend. It's not
not at all.
possible. If I don't will take somebody, they will take other people's own. When they roll into town with limousine, oh my gosh. I better go and work harder so that your kids don't take from my kids. Okay? But anyway, my kids are your age, so you can take anything you want from them.
Of course.
All right, so we thank you so much for sharing. I wanted him to talk about that because sometimes we work so hard, and when we get those little fulfilling moments, it really makes it all worth it. I also had that same feeling, but mine was actually sad when I built the house of my dad. When I finally was able to build one for him, before I've been taking care of him, renting a place for him and all of that stuff. But finally, we built one for him. And then the week he's supposed to move in, he died. And that was a very big shocker for me. I still can't get over it. It was a big blow. And the man always used to say it, that he was a civil servant, and he keeps saying it. I know Ope will build me a house. Even when I had nothing, the man just saw that this boy, his hustle was crazy. So he said, I know Ope will build. When he was doing his 70th birthday, he didn't have a house there. I wasn't even there. The man was saying it. This is a man that is turning 70. He was living a good, okay, it was okay. But he was saying, I know I'm still going to own my own house before I die because Ope is there. And so the next year, I built in the house. And everything was okay. Unfortunately, the mother, let me not use bad word, the idiot that was supposed to get everything ready, one person just chopped the money. And when it comes to furnishing the house after we finish it, and everybody was afraid to tell me. Eventually, they told me. Then I had to send new money. So that took us another 4 months. And then the week we were supposed to move in, he fell in the shower and then had a little operation and then he died. So that was a down moment for me. But the point remains, when we're able to do stuff for our parents who have suffered for us, who have taken care of us. My dad never doubted me either. I was also lucky with that, even though I was the craziest in the family. Even when Wala is happening, is behind me 100%. Spiritually, physically, mentally, he died. To the extent that even my siblings were jealous that which one is this Ope and this guy? So I felt a kind of kinship for that man. When I ran my finance company and we had problems, the man was there. You know, it's the one that will say we die here. So we should always learn to do great stuff for our parents. That if you're out there, that's what makes it worth it. Because particularly in a place like Nigeria, where our parents have to go through hell just to get us going. Many of them make sacrifices. Not the parents of today now who will not make any sacrifice for anybody. Our parents at that time. So I'm really proud of you that you were able to do that. And I'm glad that you did it. A lot of young boys like you, when they make that money, they don't even remember their parents. You see the kind of life they are living. And then you go to their parents' house and you are wondering, is this the father of this guy? To me, that always really makes me mad. You don't necessarily have to build a house if you don't have money to build a house for your parents. But if you are living good, your parents should also live good. At the minimum, you should take care of them. Thank you so much, Seun. Now, here's a question for you. This one is for me. I need you to give me, I've always believed I'm going to pin you down to give me a testimonial, but it's going to be a third-party testimonial. It's like I'm not here. What do you have to say about Dr. Ope Banwo as a coach, as a trainer, and what impact has it made on your own life and your own career? I would really like to have that so that I don't send you to do it another time. I'll remove myself. Go for it. Oh, sorry. Hold on. I removed the wrong person. I'm supposed to remove myself. Okay. Okay. There you go. Now, there you go.
Dr. Ope Banwo has been a great coach and trainer because my journey starts with him when it comes to software launching and affiliate marketing. Because when it doesn't just teach you, it's like it delivers and teaches with passion. I remember starting out, like I said, I came across his product, Launchify 360. That was the only product I've ever come across till date that distilled everything that has to do with software launches and explain it that even a baby will understand how to go about it. So this product was the beginning of a turning point in my life, because at the point when I bought the product, I had little or no knowledge about these software launches, just few informations here and there, but it was structured enough in the way that immediately I get hold of the product and I go through it, like I was able to come up with my very first launch, which was Omni Engine. And that same launch did $86,000 in 7 days, all from everything that I learned inside our products called Launchify 360. So when it comes to creating products, when it comes to training, when it comes to coaching, Dr. Ope Banwo is a great man that is passionate about getting results for his students. It's not just all these people that come up with a product and they just want to push out product because they want to push it out. As I'm saying right now, since that time I bought Launch 365 till date, I've never come across any product that is as powerful, as detailed, and as comprehensive as Launchify 360. Like I said, that was a turning point for me, and that was what gave birth to me venturing into this software business. And with the help of that, I've built a business that generated over $10 million in sales.
Wow. Wow. Tell me, how many products have you created so far since you started launching?
I've created 40 software as a service products.
Wow.
In the last 4 years.
Wow. 40. Well,
yes.
I'm so excited when I see you doing the great things you are doing. Even me, I start to become envious. Let me go back and study this Launchify 360 again. Maybe I can be like Seun finally. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. How will you recommend my, because right now I'm doing a Launchify 360 one-on-one coaching course. How will you recommend that to those who might be considering it right now to take it or not?
Okay, so now listen to this. Imagine me getting the course. I mean, I got the course Launchify 360 and see where I am today. Now imagine having an opportunity to have a direct tutelage, not just having a course now, but a direct tutelage. Imagine the impact this is going to have on you, is going to have on your financial life. So this is not just a suggestion. I'm urging you to lay your hands on that opportunity right away, because I don't even have that opportunity back then. But the one I could lay my hand on, which was the course itself, turned my life around. That was the bedrock of my software business. And like I said, the very first launch I did, which was from the information I gathered from this same Launchify 360 course, did $86,000. And since then, I've built a business with $10 million in sales.
Wow.
All from what I learned from this course. So if the course alone can get me this kind of results, imagine what direct mentorship will get you. Imagine what a direct tutelage from the man himself will get you. So I'm saying, if you are still sitting on the fence thinking if you should go for this or not, it's worth everything, every single penny you'll be paying to get that. So go ahead and get it today.
Wow. Thank you so much. I appreciate that endorsement and those good words, because some people, they learn, they gain from some of this stuff you are doing and they don't even think about giving you a testimonial for. So I really appreciate that. Now, let's start bringing this interview to a close. You've been amazing. Nobody has even spent half the time you have spent. And I don't even feel as if we have even started. But I know I have to let you go. Yes, it's been fun. And I learned a lot just also listening to you, because you are deep and you have been. And it's amazing when I'm looking at you that you actually just turned 30. It's difficult for me to dimension it in my head. Okay, I'm not even talking about your entertainment business yet. We have not talked about your real estate, but that will be another time. I promise you guys, I'll bring him for a part 2. Maybe I'll take him to Gist House. He hasn't been to Gist House. He will come in for. We have these conversations with game changers that I do every week. So I will schedule you for that, where people can then get to ask you questions. So guys, if you want to ask Seun Ogundele questions, because this is a straight up one-on-one this format. But we have Gist House, the audio conversation app that I happen to have also founded. It's just like Clubhouse and Twitter Spaces. I'm going to be bringing Seun there for one of my conversations with Game Changers, so that you guys can engage him fully, ask him questions. I know there's a lot of questions burning in all of you, but I promise you, I will advertise it on my social media pages over the next 1 week or so. We'll schedule him once he has a free time, so that he can come to Clubhouse, Gist House, and engage with you one-on-one. All right, I promise you that. But for now, Seun, I want you to just give us a general. Now we've talked a lot of specifics, but I wanted to focus on youths like you, because it's difficult to even see you as a youth, as a youngest CEO who has been in business for 15 years. How can somebody have been in business for 15 years and is still a youth? The thing is blowing my mind. Seriously. Most 30-year-olds or 29-year-olds, they're still looking for a job in Nigeria. So, but he's a youth. You can see him. Even his face says he's a youth guy. Forget that he has been a CEO for 15 years or more. So, what advice? You live in a country where a lot of youths suffer, they struggle, and they feel that the government has let them down. They feel that there is no hope, and some light don't work, schools don't work. But here you are as a shining example of somebody in that same environment who has been able somehow to get himself out of the mess and is now an inspiration globally. So what advice will you have for youths looking to go into business or looking for a way out of their current unemployed state? I'm going to let you take that any way you want. Go for it.
So, my advice to the youth out there is, number one, internet is your prayer answered. Like I said, the beauty about internet business is a respecter of no man, is a respecter of no color, no race, which means it gives everybody the same ground to operate. And then the entry barrier is very, very low. So instead of you whining and dining about how government is doing this, how government is doing that, you need to learn or acquire a skills, any online business skills that you can acquire. Ensure you do that. And once you acquire it, master it so well so you become the best in that field. And that will be your escape route from poverty. Like I used to say, there was one day I made a post on Facebook a few years ago. Like, I wonder what my life would be without internet business. Maybe I'll be somewhere collecting 50,000 naira salary per month now or somewhere. So, but imagine with the power of internet, you can turn to a millionaire in the next few months. You can change your life. And that is the power of internet right there. So the only empowerment that you need right now is to learn an internet business. And there are so many resources out there. There are so many people teaching and training people on how to start their own online business. So the best advice I can give anybody is to start something online. The capital it requires is small compared to when you are starting a physical business. And remember, nobody owe you anything. You can't keep blaming the governments. Fine, the governments have played their own part, but then you have to take law into your hands. Like I used to say when I'm in Nigeria, I wrote to one mail one day that everybody is their president. You are your president, you are your governor, you are your security, because you do almost everything yourself. So if you have so much responsibility, you have so much to take care of, why do you want to keep waiting for governments to take action? Because we already know they care so much about themselves. So All you need to do is to impact your life. And poverty is like a tool that they are using against Nigerians. Because the truth of the matter is that you've not eaten 3 square meal, you won't want to think, there's no way you're going to think well about, okay, we need to change this country, we need to do this, we need to do that. It's when you are okay, you are financially okay, that you can start thinking of what good can you do to your company or to your community or to your country and all that. So if you want to make impact, you want to help your loved ones, you want to take care of your loved ones, you want to have a meaningful life, then you have to take your own dream into your own hands and act on it. And the easiest route, the best way that won't cost you an arm and a leg, is to start an online business. Like I did 13 years ago, and I've never regretted it for once. Of course, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying everything is just going to fall on your lap, but trust me, it will always pay off. I know a lot of people that we finished from the same school, we graduated at the same time, and yet they are still unemployed till date.
Mm-hmm.
So that's to show to you the situation of the country. But now with a system, with a laptop, with your mobile phone, with an internet-enabled system or mobile phone, you can start making money online. You can offer services online. You can render skills and you can render services rather, and you can sell digital products and make money. You just need to start from somewhere. See how I catapulted from one phase to another. I started from information marketing. I moved to e-commerce. From e-commerce, I moved to software launching. So you don't have to wait for one particular phase, or you don't have to wait for when you have big money to venture into a particular business. Start from where you are. Right now, my advice to you is this. If you're someone that you know that you don't have any capital at all, you don't have any money at all, try to look for a job. Look for a job and raise capital. That's the exact thing I did. And I said it on this call. Look for a job and raise capital.
True.
If you cannot look for a job and raise capital, the second option is to learn a skill. Go on YouTube, go on Coursera, go on Udemy, learn a skill, high-paying skill, copywriting, sales funnel design, graphics design, learn all these things, UI design, learn them. Once you learn them, you can make money. When you are offering a service, you don't need capital for that. You're selling your time to make money. But remember, you don't want to stay there, because for you to be financially free, you can't keep offering your time for money. You'll be stuck for life. Because the moment you stop offering that service, the moment you stop trading your time for money, it means money won't come in. So the only way you can make money in abundance without slaving your time away is to now have digital assets. Digital assets like information products, digital products, software products, which means either you are awake, you're sleeping, you're traveling around the world, the money keeps coming in from that product. But all those cost money to set up. So that's why I said there are two ways to start from the bottom now. If you don't have any money with you, you don't need to complain about anything. You don't need to start stressing people up and down. Look for a job, no matter how bad the job is, because you're not doing it full time. It's just part time to raise cash. When I started, I looked for a job as a computer operator. I was being paid 4,000 naira. I had a target to work there for 1 year, but I worked there for 6 months. I raised 50,000 naira, and that was the 50,000 naira I used to kickstart my business in 2009. And here I am today. I've grown the business to millions of dollars. So imagine I was waiting for someone to give me money to start business then. Maybe I will still be on the streets complaining here and there. Stop making excuses. Start taking action. Get things done. Get a job. From the money you are making, invest it into your online business. And for you that you already have a job, nothing is guaranteed. We've seen how people are losing job left, right, and center. I've seen people that have their life together, thinking that they have the best life. They go on vacation, they have an official car, they have an official house, and just by the husband losing the job, they are back to square zero, back on the streets without house, without anything, because the person never thought of him losing any of those things. He thought they would be there forever. Now he lost it all and is back to square zero, looking for work, looking for job rather, and all that. So don't be caught unaware. While you have a job right now, you can have a side also. You can start an online business as well. That's the beauty of it. So learn something, master it, and start master it and change your life for good. So that's my advice for you. If you don't have money, look for a job, raise capital, and start an online business. If you have money, start an online business. If you don't have money, you don't want to look for a job, learn a skill, learn an high income skill, offer that services online on their platform, freelancer, Fiverr, a lot of them offer those services. You make money. When you make money, invest it into something bigger that will bring passive recurring income for you. So stop giving excuses and start taking action. Datas are cheap now. We have cheap laptops now. I remember the very first laptop I was using there, I could not even afford a brand new laptop. What is brand new? I could not even afford any laptop when I started. Do you know what I do? I liaised with a computer operator firm and I was paying that person to use their computer. The moment I now got a job as a computer operator, that was a blessing for me. So I was using the computer there to download ebooks. I would read all the ebooks there. The one that I couldn't read, I would transfer those ebooks to my
Flash
father's
drive.
Nokia at that time. And then I'll read it when I get home at night. I don't have a browsing phone when I started. I use my father's browsing phone. When he's at home, the phone is always with me between 10 p.m. at night till 3 a.m. Once it's like 4, I'll go and drop his phone back to him. He can go to the office and all that. So stop making excuses and start taking action. What is the cost of staying where you are right now that you cannot afford to take care of yourself, that you cannot afford to take care of your families, you cannot afford to take care of people around you? What is it costing you? So now imagine that. Put in those anger, those feelings, tie it into something and make it work for yourself, make it worthwhile.
Wow.
So you can see there are a lot of young guys out there doing extraordinary things, all thanks to the internet. So that's the only leverage you have as a Nigerian now, as an African now. The internet. No government can stop you from doing business on the internet. No government can say you have to pay so thing before you can do this. Nobody is saying you have to come and pay them bribe before you can do this. That is the power the internet has. And take action right now when you can. Learn something, learn a digital skills and master it and then monetize it.
Awesome. Well, guys, you've heard it from the young CEO himself. He's been there, done that, and just listening to him, even me, I'm learning, and I've been around for a while. See, the day you stop learning is the day you die. So hopefully you guys will watch this segment over and over again, but once we are done with this live recording, I'm going to cut it up and I'm going to put it out there for you guys so that you can digest it in little pieces. All right, Seun, I got 2 more questions for you. I've decided to just let the rest go. That will be part 2. When we go to Gist House, I have to take you to Gist House. There's a lot of young boys who are waiting to engage you there. But I have 2 more questions. This one, and they're just like, call it, after all that tough questions, this is like a give me now. All right, in your getting started, obviously, every one of us have people that inspired us. And I really wanted you to give a couple of shout outs to them. You've mentioned actually a couple of them, but I'm going to give you up to 5 minutes, Seth. This time I will time you. Once it's 5 minutes, I'm going to say, Baba, okay, it's okay. All right, I want you to give a shout out to the people that inspired you to where you are today. Go for it.
Okay, first I want to say a big shout out to to my father for being supportive, because that's it. A lot of people say I love my father, but then they don't know the story. So a big shout out to Dr. Ogundele. The next person on the line is of his blessed memory, Dr. Sonny Obazo Jagbeze.
Yes. What do you mean of his blessed memory? Is he dead?
He's dead, yes.
No way. Dr. Sonny is dead?
Yes, he died last year.
Oh my God.
Yes.
May God bless his memory. Wow. Oh, that man has blessed so many people in the world. So many. Wow. But please go ahead. Yes.
Okay. So because he showed us the lights. Also, I want to say a big shout out to Otumba Akin Alabi.
I know that was coming. That was coming.
Of course, he's my role model.
Yes, go ahead.
So a big shout out to him for making those major, how will I put it? Because those major points in my life, it was there like when I wanted to, the first product I sold was at a seminar. After that, when I wanted to break the barrier of moving from earning 300,000 per month to earning 1 million, he gave me tips. In fact, what most people don't know is that when I founded Naira Win, it was one that gave me the idea. We just finished a meeting as SADC, and I told him I want to move to the next level. And I'm talking about 2012. He said, yes, that am I serious? I said, yes. He said he's going to tell me 3 things I should go and focus on. As at 2012, he said, number one, the sports betting market is going to be huge in Nigeria. That time, he just started his own sports betting company. So that if I have the money, I can set up my own sports betting company too. He said, number two, the dating niche is going to be very, very huge in Nigeria. And number three, the sex market is going to be very, very huge. And that's why you see all this Kola Kalagbo, all this everybody making millions. A lot of them are there. So as far back as 2012, he told me all these things, and I picked one, which I focused on, which was Naira Win then. But then due to studies and all that, I had to pause it then and all that. So a big shout out to Otumba Akin Alabi for the guidance, the mentorship.
He's such a selfless guy. He doesn't care about competition.
Of course, he doesn't.
I mean, I love the man to pieces.
He doesn't.
Yes.
He doesn't.
You're going to send me his current number, because after he has become this super politician, I don't have his current number again. I wanted to harass him one day, so send me his number so that I can call him. But he's a great guy. For those of you who don't know what Otumba Alabi is, he's an awesome guy.
A big shout out to Olaide Hale. My very good brother and my partner.
Your partner in crime. I love that gentleman.
We started business together. So like I do tell people, you give people their flowers when they are alive, not when they are dead. I'm not a fan of that. When people have done good to you, you say it to their face at any opportunity. Anytime I have that opportunity, I say it out.
What's his niche? So I haven't been seeing him around. Maybe because I've not been on Facebook in 2 years.
He's into, number one, he's into health. He sells all these products I just talked about.
Okay.
And then he owns Snappy Exchange. It's a crypto platform.
Okay.
So and it's huge. They are spreading.
Then I need him on this. I need him on this show, definitely.
Across Africa now. Day before yesterday was in Kenya to set up their company there as well. So they are growing really faster now. So that's what he has been up to lately.
Okay, very good.
A big shout.
Tell him I'm looking for him. Tell him where you get over here.
Sure, I will.
Okay,
so the next person, a big shout out to Are Afe Babalola, the founder of Afe Babalola University. The man that changed my story.
You went to the school now, right? You went to the school.
Yes, I went to the school. Yeah. That was the man that actually stamped my story. Like when I was still in doubt of, do I want to study medicine? Do I want to study IT? I developed a portal for them.
Wow.
Not for the main school. For the I don't think I've shared. Do we still have time?
Yeah, we have plenty of time. Oh, this is classic. This is a classic one. Please go. I'm not in a hurry.
Okay, good. So when I told you I'm into IT, I developed website and all that. So while I failed JAM 3 times, I was in Ibadan. So to make up for those 3 years that I won't say I lost, because that time I registered my company. I registered Fast Plus Innovation and I set up my office and I was doing fine. It's just academically that I'm stagnant, that I've not moved to university, but business-wise, financially, I'm okay. So then I joined the school in Ibadan then for my A level, so I can enter 200 level here in Nigeria or just travel out. So then I developed a portal for them in Ibadan. So, and this is something they've paid someone to develop for them before. And that's why I tell people everything shouldn't be about money, especially even when you are meeting big people. You don't go needy. when you are trying to you try to build relationship. These are the things I learned from my father. Like, you build relationship, you see how you can help people, because 90% of millionaires, 90% of these big men, people are always coming to them for help. So if you can stand out as someone that wants to add value to their life, they will see your call and pick. Not like the way they are ignoring 99% of the people always calling them every day, because they know they're either disturbing them for money or disturbing them for help.
Yes.
So I told this man that, okay, I can develop the portal for you. He said, how long is going to take? I said, it will take me 24 hours to set it up. He said, I'm insane. That I say I'm even a student, self but he has never seen me. I said, because I just come to class and go back to work.
A trans student who is busy studying PDF. But go on. Yes.
So the man was like, are you sure you're our students? So he said, okay, no problem. How much will it cost me? I said, you should not bother about